Then coming up at the end of February of 2025, MTYP is presenting Blue Beads and Blueberries, which is running from February the 21st through to March 2nd. This one is very much a celebration of Métis culture. Can you talk about the plotline a bit?
Yeah, so this one is based on an old folktale called Capel Rushes about this father who, he sends his daughter out when his daughter can't explain why her love is, important and how her love is so big and whatnot. And so he feels slighted by this response. So he casts her out, and then she goes off on this adventure where she, gets to a big house, and she goes in and she ends up making friends with the people that work there. And then they end up planning a gala or a ball, and then she ends up meeting I don't think it's a prince in this version, it's something else in this version, but like the equivalent of the prince, and then it sort of gets Cinderella-y where like she leaves partway through the night and he can't find her, but he has this one beaded earring that she left, so then he tries to find her through the beaded earring. But it's like a plot, it's like a story within a story, because it's this father telling this story about this father and his daughters to his two daughters. And it's really cute. It's really exciting. And it's actually on tour as well after. So we have the main stage run February 21st to March 2nd. And then it's going to schools across Manitoba for 10 weeks.
Fantastic. Yeah. It is an MTYP production. Who is the creator? Like, who did the adaptation for the stage?
Yeah, so it's written by Erin Macklem. She is a Métis playwright who is based in BC. She can trace her roots back all the way through some of northern U.S. and then back to St. Norbert. And so the show is set in St. Norbert, and one of the characters is named after one of her ancestors. And so she's been reconnecting to that heritage and that, Winnipeg, Manitoba connection that she has. And so she first wrote this as like a 30-minute piece for Storybook Theatre in BC that does a different sort of timeline of they do a half-hour show and then a half-hour workshop. And Pablo read it and was like, I love this. Can we make it longer? Can we make it like a 55-minute, hour-long show? And she was like, totally. And now it's like a bit long and we need to shrink it again because it's so full of ideas and life and beauty. But so we've been working on developing it for a couple of years now. And it's finally going to be ready to go on stage.
That's fantastic.
This year.
I was reading the summary that's on your website, and apparently there are some jigs in the show. And as a musician, I have to ask, who's going to be providing the music for the show, or has that been laid out?
The music's all composed by a musician named Avery Brown. So they've worked very closely with Erin throughout the process of writing it to create these songs that the characters sing, that as well as that they dance to, that are interspersed throughout the story.
Wow, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
There are beaded earrings, there's embroidered sashes, and it's described as an ancient fairy tale that is turned into a celebration of Métis culture. Have you seen the costumes? What are they like?
They haven't been designed yet.
No,
because it's an MTYP production. It hasn't been done before. This is, in a lot of ways, it's a world premiere. So we will be hiring the costume designers and the set designers, and over the course of the next, between now and when it opens in February, they will be creating all of that from scratch.
Wow, that's going to be great. What do you hope audiences are going to take away from Blue Beads and Blueberries?
It's a celebration of family. It's a celebration of Métis culture. It's a celebration of storytelling and the importance of keeping those oral traditions alive. And I think that's going to be really important for people to see.
Totally.